teacher!
Hey guys, in this video we're going to go through horizontal and vertical lines in more detail. They were mentioned in a previous video, I believe it was the standard form one, but here it is in more detail. Horizontal lines means going straight across as if it's the ground. So this would be an example of a horizontal line going straight across. The properties of this, which we spoke about before, was that there is no rise here. There's no hill at all. So when we have no hill, it's the same as saying that my slope is equal to no rise, but an infinite amount of run, because it just goes on forever on both sides. So what's 0 divided by infinity? It means that slope is equal to 0. I don't have a slope. So all horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Now adding on to that, if I had a y equals mx plus b slope y-intercept form, that means that if my slope is 0, it doesn't matter what my x value would be. My x value is still multiplied by 0. Anything times 0 is nothing. So the only thing that I would have left over is a b value. So my y is equal to my b value, which is another, it's the variable that represents initial value in y-intercept, which makes sense because it's intercepting the y-axis at that point and only this point for infinity. So when you see a horizontal line, you don't have to show the calculation for slope because it's understood that there is no slope, which means that the equation for all horizontal lines is y equals whatever your b value is. So y is equal to your y-intercept. For vertical lines, which is going up and down, vertical drop, something like this, this means that my rise is infinity now. It's the opposite. I don't have a run this time. I have an infinite amount of rise. So if we were to substitute this in my slope equation, rise over run, I have now infinity divided by 0. But as you know, anything divided by 0, if you ask Siri, it's that Cookie Monster thing, it's undefined. You're going to get an error. The slope doesn't make sense. So if the slope doesn't make sense, how are we supposed to use our slope y-intercept form? You don't. Because it's an error, we can no longer use slope y-intercept form. So like let's say I'm going to make this a -3 value. All of these coordinates is -3. Let's pretend, this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This would be -3, 5, -3, 4, -3, 3, -3, 2, -3, 1, and so on till infinity. All of your x values for any value of y is -3. So then for all vertical lines, the equation is x equals your x-intercept, whatever that is. Because we don't have a variable for that, I'm just going to write equals x-intercept. So in this case, this vertical equation would be x is equal to -3. So vertical lines, the equation is x equals the x-intercept. For horizontal lines, the equation is y equals your b, or your initial value, or your y-intercept. And that's the gist of horizontal and vertical lines. Quiz time! Record your answers on the back of your tax sheet or a separate piece of paper. Get a peer to mark it during the first 5 minutes of class while you're asking questions, and then I'll record it. Good luck!